Oh shit, we're live. Sorry, was not paying attention there for a second. I clicked the live button and then just like totally spaced out. Hello, my friends. Hello, my lovelies. Wow, we're already at 130 folks in the his house. In the his house. Oh shit. Let me pop this chitty chats out here so I can see all of Yinz's, y'alls's, Uzi's. Chicken, that's very true. They're all very funny. I found the spaceship, I did. It was right on the surface of the moon, right where I was looking. Ashrel, your home got robbed. Second time in the last 6 months they stole your fucking Switch. Can't afford to replace it right now. I'm so... Holy shit, Ash. I am so sorry to hear that. That's actually the worst thing ever. Please DM me later and we can discuss that because that's really, really sad. And dude, getting robbed. I remember like when Mr. Creepypasta... No. Creeps McPasta got robbed. And I just saw his house was coming a complete wreck. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, robberies are just like this weird, strange concept, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, there's so many varying motivations to be a robber, but I'm really, really sorry they had to go through that. I cannot imagine. Cecil with the 5. Thank you, Cecil. First dono of the night. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you guys. Monday morning, Joel. I am so super drunk. Whoa. So super drunk. Super drunk. I have the power to fly, to take hits on the chin, and to go after people that I might not otherwise find attractive. I may even end up in a jail cell. Those are my superpowers. Joel, can you... Oh, now I'm drinking a full bottle of wine. Joel, can you keep up? I do not believe that I would be the one to keep up with you tonight, but I'm sure there are plenty others out there who are playing a bit of a drinking game and would love to join you.
Full-grown pizza.
Hey, Candace King has become a full-grown pizza right out the gate. And a member of the Buttersock cult. Everybody welcome Candace. I'm just tweeting this out here, guys. Also, I will be sending this out to Instagram, even though I don't really think it like garners that many like viewers from Instagram to come to the live stream, but you know, it's like a little fun thing to do. Brittany T says, Hannah, rum sounds... Oops. Just jumped right down to... Damn, sometimes the chat moves kind of fast. I'm like, fuck. I wasn't paying attention there. Maya B, what is up, Maya? With a $5 says, hi, Joel. I'm just dropping in to say hi and give you a dono. Have a great night. Thank you, Maya. I really do appreciate that love and support, even if you are caught up busy somewhere else. And I hope you get to catch the stories tomorrow when you get a chance. These should be some pretty good ones here. This first one that I read through was pretty disconcerting. Is disconcerting a word? I don't know what the fuck word. What I'm looking for there. Okay. So, if I hold on there, I can copy the link. And then I can go to Instagram. I can go to my story. Man, this is convoluted. I wish oh, that would be so sick. If there was something that could just like automatically link to your Instagram story if you connected your YouTube bullshit. You get the idea. Anyway, say cheese, guys. Hopefully nobody said anything too naughty in the chat there. But I am going to link, and you guys are going to meet all the amazing folks who already follow me on Instagram. So I do what I usually do is I do live. We are live. Live and a little bit of a swipe up, because God knows no one would know how to swipe up if it didn't literally tell them right directly there, right? cool. We Gucci. We Gucci, fam Lucci. Okay, now I can pay attention here as the timer counts down. And world-class traveler has become a full-grown pizza and a member of the Buttersock cult. Thank you, world-class. I was thinking about changing like the full-grown pizza sound to mischievous dog. Dogs can be very mischievous. That's just the funniest shit of all time, and I don't know why. It's just like, it's like it has to be done on purpose, you know what I mean? Like, he knows what he's doing, but that's what makes it even funnier. Yes, this is Joel from The Last of Us 2 and 1. Marie Huevo Ranchero. You love a good countdown, nice. TikTok, TikTok. How is everybody doing tonight? I know a lot of people just want to jump right into the stories, but I do too, but I like to just chit chat with you guys for a bit, give you my undivided attention aside from when I check my phone every 3 seconds. Bridget Jones with the 10 buckaroonie says, I waited for this all day, but I'm super sleepy. I can't hang. Good night, Jogly Puff. Jogly Puff. Jogly Puff. Bridget, thank you for so much for the 10. Sorry guys, it's a little bit of a late start here tonight. I just, usually how it works is I get a late waking situation, and then it results in a late gym situation, which results in a late dinner, and then a late stream. So that's my life, pretty much in a nutshell, is I'm just perpetually late. But thank you so much, Bridget, for the 10, and thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. And Melissa with the 5 says, my son started daycare last week, and today just got notified that another child that goes there is positive for the Rona. Yeah. Well, some good news is that well, you know what? I'm all I can really say is I'm sorry to hear that. That is going to be something that I imagine is, you know, the positive presence for the Rona is something there. But as I've looked through the data, it looks like people, especially kids within the early daycare range, have not seemed to be as negatively affected as it by people, say, within like, you know, the 65 plus age range, which have been the predominant demographic to be hit by that. So I think there's a lot of optimism to have there, and I believe the CDC has a lot of info on that, and you just have to dig into the demographics to. But I would like to alleviate your concerns on that, at least right now with the data that is present. But at the same time, I would highly suggest, you know, digging into that yourself on your own time, just because I don't want to mislead anybody or direct anybody in a inappropriate perception. So definitely worth digging into now, and you're more aware of it, and sometimes that's the best time, I feel like, when people can kind of research things. So I apologize that happened, but I hope that we can kind of pull a lot more information from that as time goes on. I feel like that's the unfortunate part about all this, is I still feel like it's just there's so much information going around, and obviously we can only look at data, but I can't say that I've got the entire picture kind of before me, and we've gone on and on about this topic in the past, and I'd probably rather just continue discussing it, I guess, in detail on a place like Discord. So if you guys want to talk about that kind of stuff, you know, on Discord, definitely head over there and we can chat about it some more. But World Class Traveler, thank you for becoming a member, and thank you so much for the big $20 donation here. It says, love your channel. Why you gotta come on at my bedtime? I have to get up at 4 a.m. My patients can take their own meds, right? They should, you know, just Just leave a nice little like pill trail, like a breadcrumbs or something like that, and leading from their bed out to their bowl of pudding. I'm not really sure. Or you could just like lead it throughout like their typical day, like to the shitter and then to the, to their porridge and toast and tea, which then like allows them to lounge and watch The Price is Right, and then it just like, and then the midday pills can be back over where they sit for lunch, or maybe if they go on a walk or something. I don't know if these patients are that active, so it might be precarious. But thank you so much for the 20. I really appreciate that. And Carrie, with the 5 beaver bucks, says, so glad I made it. Hello, Joe. Hello, Carrie. Welcome back from Canada. How are things up there in the north? The north is for the Nords. Hallie, with the 2 buckaroos, says, working till 11 with you in my ear. Hail yeah, heart you. Thank you, Hallie. Hope you have a good rest of your shift. I guess you're pretty close, unless you're on the west coast. It's pretty close to 11 here. Thank you for the 2. And Jessica with the 2 says, I'm tired too, but wanted to say hey. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I should have started maybe a little bit earlier here, just to kind of get everybody when they're a little bit more energetic, but maybe some West Coasters might still be in their waking hours. But either way, I'm glad I can be with you as you're winding down for the night. And Galdrenorn Vikingsdotter. That's an amazing name. It's I like the. Is that Norwegian or Swedish? Where is that from? But thank you so much for becoming a full-grown pizza and a member of the Buttersock cult. Everyone, welcome, Galdrenorn. That's like the most. Honestly, some of those like Nordic names are like the most badass names of all time. And Creatives with the 5 says, you were the very first horror narrator that kept me coming back. Keep up the excellent reading. Thank you, Creative. I shall. I'm glad I can keep. I know some. Yeah, you kind of hear some horror narrators and they kind of get old, but I'm glad that my tone of voice can keep people addicted. Lila wants me to give Pradip a kiss for him. I shall. He was. I have a bunch of shirts that I need to put in my closet, and Pradeep was laying on those for quite some time earlier, and then he made the decision that it was time for him to head out to the living room for his rounds, which usually consists of him drinking some water, eating a bit of kiblets, taking maybe a shit or a piss in a box somewhere, and then laying in the living room, which he pretty much runs himself. Hey, Welks, what's up? Yeah, hello to all the members here. I'm seeing all these beautiful green names show up. Sorry, Leslie, you were setting up a fundraiser. Nice. Well, yeah, what was that related to? I seem happy. Thank you, Hannah. I try my best. How are you? Candace King with the 20 buckaroo says, you are amazing. Thank you, Candace. Thank you for the big 20. You're amazing as well. Holy woza, whoza, howza. Shitzers. It was funny, I donated money to a streamer earlier. I don't know if you guys watch Seagull. He plays Overwatch, and it is interesting, like, seeing how streamers react to donations and stuff like that, because some of the, like, I like to see how much of a reaction I can get out of them sometimes by saying something trolly, but basically he was just talking about, I don't know if you guys heard about Mixer. You guys probably had known about Mixer. It was like a competitor to like YouTube and Twitch streaming, and they had done some pretty big deals with some prominent Twitch figures known as Shroud and Ninja. I guess some pretty popular streamers there, and some massive like multi-million-dollar deals to get them to come over to Mixer and stream exclusively on Mixer, hoping to bring over a large portion of their audience with them, and then, you know, kind of setting the trend for where people would, I guess, essentially consume streaming experiences at. I don't know. It was done by Microsoft, which, if you know Microsoft, it's like, besides their OS, the operating system that they have here with Windows, pretty much everything they've done since that point has just been copycats of what other people have done and done better, like right out the gate. So I don't know who the fuck's in charge of Microsoft for the most part as far as making their creative decisions and investments, but everything they've done has just been a big copycat. And then I left going back to the streamer, I left a message or, a stream donation saying like, Microsoft sort of learned their lesson with the Zune, and I think I was the only one in there old enough to know what a Zune was, which was kind of embarrassing, but it was basically like a Microsoft competitor for the iPod, back in the day where the iPod was just, music. It was just like an MP3 player or whatever, but I believe it could play other different types of files and kind of had more of a personal vibe to it than like the iPod did back in the day. And unfortunately that eventually failed miserably, but it was one of their better successful items. But you see shit like Microsoft Edge, Mixer, and their tablets and things like that, and there are various successes and things that people enjoy, but for the most part I just feel like Microsoft doesn't have a lot of like innovation, you know what I mean? Not really. Yeah. Hallie with the 2 says nearly 9 now. Haley, by the way. Okay, sorry about that. I got it now. Logged in the old noggin. Thank you so much, Haley, for the 2. And Amy Todd with the 5. Aussie Buck says, hey, all the way from Australia. So glad to catch you live. I literally can't sleep at night without listening to your vids. Hey, I appreciate that, Amy. I know the struggle. I know the struggle of falling asleep. I always kind of need somebody to speak me to sleep anymore. If I lay in silence, I swear to God, I start to hear